Hi YouTube, it's me, Rio again, and this video is compare and contrast between Stand By Me and The Sandlot. Now, in my earlier videos, I've done separate reviews for each movie, and they're both like some of the two of my favorite movies of all time. I think they're both in my top three or at least top five. Um, I I've learned to completely love these movies, and I've also learned to make fun of them, as I said in my Sandlot review. Which me and my friends have so much fun making fun of these movies, especially I don't know which one we make fun of more, but yeah. So let me go. Oh, guys, I made a Venn diagram, and I never thought I would have one outside of school, like make one outside of school, but this is the only thing I probably ever use it for a lame YouTube video. Okay, so let me start with the similarities. The era. Now they're both when Stand By Me it's 1959, but in The Sandlot it's 1963. I know there's like some, it's like 60s and 50s, but they both kind of mesh well. Like if you hadn't heard the dates in the movies or seen, I don't know if The Sandlot shows the numbers. I can't remember. I haven't watched it since last month. Um, but I think I think they both mention it, but they don't show it. But if you hadn't seen those or heard those, you would probably think it might have been like in the same year, maybe. So yeah, 50s, 60s time era. Next one, the next two go hand in hand, and the next one is Smalls and Gordy, or Smalls and Gordy are both they're both the main characters. I've whatever, and I'm sorry, I'm like they're both the main characters, and they're both sort of meek characters, and they both rely on my next point, which is Benny and Chris, to sort of be their friend and help them feel accepted. Next point is they both have an awesome fat kid in both movies, which there's no 90s or 80s movie without a fat kid, and that's fantastic. I'm a fat kid at heart. And anyways, and in both movies there is a bad dog that's like a terrible creature from like some form of mythology, I don't know. And they both end up, both dogs end up not being as bad as the kids originally think. They're both awesome boy movies. If you know me, I grew up a boy, and because of that, I barely like any girl movies. I mean, that's kind of not true because I do like girl movies, but they're just some things I refuse to watch. Some like chick flicks. Yeah, any wedding movies I freaking hate. When I become a director someday, I will make best wedding movie ever, just to snump all the others. Anyways, narration. Now, both movies have an epic narration, but I have to say that I like the one in Stand By Me better, because it flows better. Richard Dreyfuss is fantastical. I can't believe it's just a fantastical. And in the Sandlot, it flows good until the narrator swears, because then it just seems really forced. Like, let me think. In the Wendy, after the Wendy, no, not the Wendy Peppercorn. When after they hit the Babe Ruth ball into the other yard, and the narrator says, "We didn't know what the hell we were gonna do." He just says "hell" in a weird way that irks me. The next one is No Sex. Both movies have mentions, I think. I'm pretty sure. They're boy movies, what do you expect? And I'm very pleased with that, even though other girls my age are like, never mind. And awesome soundtracks. These, I'm a hipster when it comes to, okay, I'm a hipster for three things. 50s music, Newsies, and Damien McGinty. There. And I love every single song on both of the soundtracks. They're just fantastical. I at least have one song from each movie on my iPod, which I should probably get more. And both have relatable characters. And the characters that I relate to in both movies are from Stand By Me, I relate to Gordy the most, and in The Sandlot, I relate to Smalls the most. It may not seem like that, but in public, I'm very shy. Now, I'll begin with comparing the two. Well, continue with comparing the two. Now, the Stand By Me, with Stand By Me, the events that happen are more of mountains over moleholes, but with The Sandlot, it's more of molehills over mountains, where in Stand By Me, like, some crazy freaking sugar honey iced tea happens to them. Sorry, I don't like swearing. But with The Sandlot, it's more of just, like, little events that mean so much when you're that age, but once you're, like, an adult, you're like, that was nice, but why did it mean so much to me, you know? In both movies, let's kind of compare, both movies are about journeys, but for different reasons. With Stand By Me, it's the going somewhere, and for The Sandlot, it's more of just, the journey is more of just growing up, and to quote, and The Sandlot is more of just, like, to quote, a line from Summer Nights in Greece, summer days drifting away. I love Greece. Sorry, I just throw that out there. And, yeah. Another one that kind of really doesn't pertain to the actual characters or the plot, kind of does, but Stand By Me is rated R, and The Sandlot is rated PG. Now, I think Stand By Me is like the tamest rated R movie you'll ever find, because the only reason it has an R rating is because of swearing, and it's freaking hilarious. I'm sorry. I'll get into swearing later. And with Stand By Me, it really goes in depth with every single character. With Gordy, with Chris, with Vern, with Teddy, even with, Ace. Sorry. I almost said Kiefer Sutherland. Even though that is the actor, that's not the character's name. It really goes in depth with each of the characters, and really get sort of their backstory, or just, like, really, like, in-depth, like, character analysis. Sorry, I just thought I heard something. And with The Sandlot, it only goes in sort of in depth with, well, mainly actually one character, two characters, but you mainly focus on 4 characters, which is Smalls, Benny, Squints, and Ham, I guess. And even though they're both equal, there are more kids in The Sandlot, so I think that there should be more, like, depth about them. Like, I would have loved some more of Yeah in the movies, and I put down here, mention Bertram, because no one freaking remembers that character. Everyone remembers, like, of course, the main guys, but they also remember, Kenny Nunez. They remember the annoying freaking brothers, Tommy and Timmy. I love those characters, but they're just, and, I don't want a remake, because I know it would probably suck, but I just want them to go more in depth. Now, the next one I kind of already listed, but Stand By Me is a journey movie where you go places, and, it's more adult, hence the rating, and The Sandlot is a baseball movie. It's a summer movie, and yeah. Now, here comes back with the swearing. In Stand By Me, the swearing comes naturally, because I'm pretty sure that some of the kids, except for Jerry O'Connell, swore in real life. Well, maybe not. The only one that's actually coming to mind who I would believe swore in real life is Corey Feldman. And again, the swearing seems forced in The Sandlot, not just with the narrators, but with the kids. Stand By Me left the movie different. I left the movie different. I was a whole other person after I saw that movie. I laughed, I cried, I was changed somehow. And if it wasn't for this movie, I would not be the person who I am today. Now, The Sandlot, I grew up with that movie. I remember that since birth, but it hasn't changed me. It's helped mold me, but it hasn't really changed me. And here's something different. The trailers, I've told a couple people this, but the Stand By Me trailer, I went into it smiling. Like, I remember, like, my friend Emily told me the best joke ever on the phone, and then I hung up just to watch the trailer. So I was smiling as I began watching. I'm like, oh my gosh, damn it, I heard it's great. And I left the trailer crying. I was like, oh my god. And I have no clue why. Now, for the Sandlot, with the trailer, I can't really judge that because I saw the trailer years after I saw the movie, so it doesn't really count. And the trailer just sucks for the Sandlot. There's like 4 different ones and they all suck. And the last thing I'll do about comparing before I get into the actual stuff about the movie is the fathers. Well, technically the dad in the Sandlot is a stepdad, but I like the dad in the Sandlot. His name is, what's his name? Bill. That's it. Wait, is it? I grew up with this movie. Can't remember. Ugh. He's at least nice, and the dad in Stand By Me is a total douche nozzle. Yeah, I just want to throw that out there. Now here's just some random stuff I listed. And the thing I love about 50s and 60s movies is that it was a simpler time, everyone says, but one thing I think I really come back to is like safety, because nowadays it's like the mom is like, oh honey, or Jimmy, or whatever the heck your name is, it's like, once you get there, call me and make sure you're okay. That didn't happen back then. With the, I have right here, I have in big letters, but mentioned point to Scotty leaving the house. Now, when Benny first takes Smalls to play baseball, all Scotty does is yell in the house saying he's going to play ball. Now, that would never happen nowadays. The mother would want full background check on the family, make sure the kid is a good kid, make sure he's a good home and good upbringing before she lets her kid anywhere near that kid. It's just different times. Smalls is wicked awesome. I put that down. And oh, the kid who ages the best in the Sandlot is definitely Tom Geary. Woo! I can't believe I just said that. But he definitely aged the best out of all of them. Because I remember when I was younger, and me and my friends wouldn't really look up where the actors are today. Everyone was totally swooning over Benny and like, oh my gosh, he's so cute. I was the only one who had a thing for Smalls, and now he's dreamy. Squints, for the Sandlot, Squints is a god to the boys I know, because everyone loves the Winnie Peppercorn scene. For Staring Me, I have something, it says, say something about Jerry O'Connell. He is aged the best, I think, out of the 4 boys in Stand By Me. Now, sadly, River Phoenix is not with us anymore, which totally kills me inside, but whatever. I don't know why I said that, but I think what I meant to say was, I think he might have aged the best, but, yeah, Jerry O'Connell he looked better with age. No, and by the way, he was not a fat kid. He was pudgier than, I mentioned that the fat kid in both movies, but Jerry O'Connell was not a fat kid, he was just pudgy. He was pudgier than the other guys. I'm just looking all over my page. Oh, the one thing that I found, I remembered looking back at my old Sandlot video was, this one thing I forgot to mention was Benny's put the glove in the air, like right out in the air, and I'll hit it to you. Bull! How the heck could Benny just pinpoint what? Yeah. So yeah, this is my comparison video and my little rant in the end. It's 12:47 and I'm probably about to go listen to a podcast. And in the comments, say which one you prefer or what do you like about both movies. And yeah, have a lovely night. Have a wonderful December. Hope it snows. Hope it's snowing when you walk. 'Cause it's not snowing at all here, and I'm getting angry. I'm getting very impatient. Every day I'm like, no, it didn't snow. Okay, so bye. It's like the last I could actually film. So bye.